Alright, so I'm going to make solve a problem here about homework from 12.3. It's a simple problem to find a maximum revenue. So the first part they ask us is they give us a price chart for candy bars, px cents. This is going to be important that this is given in cents, okay? Second part is where p of x is 150 minus x over 10. Then x thousand candy bars will be sold in a certain city. So the first part asks us to do to find an expression for the revenue. So we don't have the revenue, we're giving the price. And so for part A, we need to solve the revenue, remember, is quantity times price. So I'm going to write like that for now. And the quantity is x, right? So I would write the quantity is x, and then the price is p of x. Now we have a hint here that helps us to know what's going on. The hint says, find the product of p of x, x and 1,000. Why 1,000? Because of this part over here. Okay, we're in 1,000 candy bars, so I need to multiply by 1,000. So it's not just x times p of x, it's x times p of x times 1,000. So the revenue as a function of x is going to be x times this quantity, p of x, which is x over 10, and then I have 1,000 over here. Just multiply them. So this gives us 150,000x, right? Because I'm multiplying basically 150 times 1,000, that times 1,000, and then just add an x in there. Okay, so now, and then the second part is a negative 100 x squared. 100 because I'm dividing the 1,000 divided by this 10 over here, right? Okay, that's my revenue function. The part B is my answer for part A. The part B says, find the value of x that leads to maximum revenue. So we don't need to do any graphing, but if you are familiar with these things, which we should, there's a parabola that opens down, right? Sorry, it's a terrible parabola, but it's a parabola. So there's another way to solve this without using any calculus, because you can find the two x-intercepts. One is at 0, one is over here, and at the midpoint, that's where we have the maximum revenue. But we have calculus now, so what we can do is find the derivative and set it equal to 0. So the derivative of this is very simple. It's just 150,000 minus 200x, right? Using the derivative of this part is just that times because the x is power of 1, and here the power of 2 comes down, multiplied by the 100, so just x to the 1. Okay, so now to find the maximum revenue, it's where the derivative has slope 0. Oh, sorry, the tangent has slope 0, so the derivative is 0. So we set this equal to 0, and I just end up having that 200x is 150,000. So x is 150,000 over 200, which gives us 750. So this number here is the 750. Okay. That's the value of x that gives the maximum revenue. Now we're not done. Part C says now find the maximum revenue. And the maximum revenue is going to be exactly how high is this point over here. So this was in this graph, this would be the point I'm looking for. So basically I'm looking for the coordinates of this point. The x value is the 750. Now I'm looking for the y value. So how do I do that? Well, all I have to do is plug in into the revenue function the 750. And if you do that, it's 150, got very big numbers. 150,000 times 750. I'm using this function over here, right? This is the one I'm using. Minus 100 times 750 squared. If you do that, I got something like 5625 and 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. But if you use this as your answer, it's going to be wrong because the price, all these were in cents. And if I want to talk about the revenue, I want to get it in dollars. So basically, in dollars, you moved the decimal point 2 points, and this would be right here, right? So the answer would be 56,000 no, how am I reading this? I'm reading too many zeros. 25, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 5, and 2 zeros. Right? So 500 to 2,500. Okay, so just be careful with the units. So these might be, maybe you got a little stuck here or there because the units and the thousands and the cents make things a little bit confusing, but the processes are the same. So there's one setup question right here when you need to set up the revenue function, right? It's quantity times price. In this case, multiplied by 1,000, this is the part. Then just simplify the derivative, put it equal to 0, you find the x value. To find the y value, or the relative to the point of the actual revenue, you plug it in. You get this number, but then again, remember that this is given in cents, so move decimal points 2 points, and that would be it. Okay, so hope that makes sense. Keep asking questions. Bye.